Good morning. My name is Raisa Schnitzius. I am the board secretary. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist congregation. We are a religious community who commit ourselves to diversity. We hope to nourish human differences, those of gender, race, age, ability, sexual orientation, political views, culture, class, and religious belief. Welcome to all who treasure freedom of conscience in the search for truth. We promise to do our best to provide you a spiritual home. We extend a special welcome to our visitors today. We hope you follow our Facebook page. To participate in Zoom and receive announcements about special events and our religious exploration classes, please sign up for our weekly email. There should be a link in the comment section on our Facebook page where you can sign up. Also, families can follow our UUC Religious Exploration Facebook page. There are religious exploration classes for 4K through 9th grade and youth group every Wednesday online for middle school and high school. We're so glad you joined us today.
Greetings and welcome. My name is Amanda Schuber. I am the intern minister of Lifespan Faith Development at the UU Church of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and a third-year student at Star King School for the Ministry. In March of 2020, as UU congregations moved their services online, religious education programs around the country started to witness our enrollment numbers dropping as families suffered from Zoom fatigue and uncertainty. Rather than let these cherished and necessary programs and spaces for our children and youth be another victim of COVID-19, a call went out to join forces, bringing small congregational youth programs together to create a collaborative space for our young people to grow, learn, and connect. This project was an experiment, and though we had high hopes, we never could have imagined what would follow, including the creation of several other collaborative youth spaces throughout the United States. Today, nearly 9 months into our physically distanced online programming, our collaborative youth group and children's chapel are growing and thriving, bringing young people from across the country together. From Wisconsin to Texas to Tennessee, our children and youth are forming friendships and creating memories that we know will last a lifetime. The children and youth featured in today's service are some of the wonderful souls that we welcome into our Zoom spaces each week. We, their advisors and religious professionals, are honored to witness their growth within our faith. We hope that you enjoy our celebration of the Festival of Lights, and remember, though the building may be closed, church is open.
I'm Amy Johnson, RE Coordinator for the UUC in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and this is my son,
Sam Johnson.
As human beings, we are a diverse group of people.
We come in many sizes, colors, and shapes.
We come from different cultures, speak different languages, and practice different religions. Even the food we like to eat varies. Yet no matter who we are or where we live, one thing remains constant.
We all look forward to the winter holiday.
By some, they're called Christmas or Hanukkah. By others, Las Posadas or Kwanzaa. Still others call them winter solstice, Yule, and lots of other names. Each celebration is a little different, but the main ideas share common themes. These holidays provide us with a time for reflection, resolution, and renewal. A time for gift giving, goodwill, and kindness. Most important though, they provide us with rituals to celebrate the balance of light and dark. Rituals for welcoming the healing powers of warmth back into our world, and that gives us a common ground that draws us together as a people. Since ancient times, people have gathered together during the dark half of the year and prayed for the sun's return, which would mean that their families would be fed, the light would return. The festivals of light have always been a time for great rejoicing. Today, may we find the light that will carry us through the coldest days of winter.
Come, let us
Hi, I'm Gray Henry.
Hi, I am Nicholas Henry, and we are from the Unitarian Universalist Church of Chattanooga.
Come we now out of the darkness of our unknowing and the dusk of our dreaming.
Come we now from far places.
Come we now into the twilight of our awakening and the reflection of our gathering.
Come we now all together.
Words by Annie Forrester.
My name is Walter.
And my name is David.
And we are from
the Unitarian Universalist Church of Chattanooga.
The sun is the basis for life on planet Earth. Shining a light helps us see more clearly. The act of switching on a lamp, igniting a fire, or lighting a candle banishes darkness.
It's easy to see how light and fire have come to symbolize the triumph of good over evil. And in many religions, light represents the holiness, hope, and new life. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light.
Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared.
People are like stained glass windows. They sparkle and shine when the sun is out, but when the darkness sets in, their true beauty is revealed only if there is light from within.
Turn your face to the sun and the shadows fall behind you.
Good morning. I'm Kurt Erickson, and I'm your worship associate this morning. This morning, we say goodbye to one year and welcome a new year with our annual fire communion. Our fire communion will be symbolic this year, but your intentions matter all the same. The fire communion involves two acts: a letting go into the past of what belongs in the past, and a looking forward to what may happen in the future. I invite you to write something on a small piece of paper or simply think about something from the past year that you wish to let go. Perhaps something that has made you sad or an illness. Maybe you were disappointed in yourself or others. Perhaps you are carrying a grudge and want to get rid of it. Perhaps heartbreak, sadness, or goals left undone. To take the path of healing, to find our deepest selves, we must let go of things that hold us back or weigh down our spirits. To be healthy, you cannot hold on too hard to things you must release. I ask you to think of something in the past year, 2020, that you wish to give up, let go of, cast off, be forgiven for, or simply leave behind in the past. On your slip of paper, please write this negative thing. Fold your paper. Feel free to rip it up, or after service, burn it safely. Or you can also think about it and just mentally let these thoughts go. I will now hold a moment of silence for you to write down or think on what you wish to let go from 2020. Later in the service, I will invite you to make intentions for the new year, letting go of the old and making space for the new. Now, a prayer for the new year by Kate Lohr. As a new year begins, we turn inward to reflect about the state of our lives. What lessons have we learned in the past year, and which ones now call us forward? To whom do we still owe an apology or an expression of thanks? And with whom must we draw fresh boundaries? As we pause from our regular rhythms of rush, 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 we open ourselves to new perspectives and possibilities. We give thanks for these moments and for the wisdom they afford us. May they help us bring us together in the sanctity of life so that we, as individuals, as members of this community, might reach our full potential. As we step across this threshold, let this new year be a year of greater awe and gratitude, of deeper kindness and acceptance, and more courageous acts of conviction. For a kinder, more equitable and sustainable world is not only possible, she is on her way. And in the quietness of the sacred community, we can ever hear her breathing. Amen.
Our own Unitarian symbol of the chalice is a symbol of religious freedom from the impositions of doctrine. At the opening of Unitarian Universalist worship services, many congregations light a flame inside a chalice. This flaming chalice has become a well-known symbol of our denomination. It unites our members in worship and symbolizes the spirit of our work. The flaming chalice combines two archetypes, a drinking vessel and a flame, and as a religious symbol has different meanings to different beholders. As a sacrificial fire, flame has been a central symbol for the world's oldest scriptures and the Vedic hymns of India. Today, light shines on Christmas and Hanukkah, eternal flames, and stand watch at monuments and tombs. The candle flicker in cathedrals, temples, mosques, and meeting houses. A flame can symbolize witness, sacrifice, testing, courage, and illumination.
Hi, I'm the Reverend Julie Ann Lepp. I'm the minister of the Unitarian Universalist congregation in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I'll be lighting the candles for Diwali today. On the night of Diwali, Hindus celebrate the return of the light by placing oil lamps on their rooftops to encourage the sun to shine. Homes are decorated with plant materials such as bananas and mango leaves, and also with flowers of the season. Diwali, meaning array of lights, is a Hindu light festival. It symbolizes the triumph of light over darkness. It is one of the most important celebrations in India. Although it was originally a Hindu celebration, Diwali is now enjoyed by people of every religion in India. It is a family celebration which takes place in October or November and lasts for 5 days. This festival of lights celebrates the victory of good over evil and the glory of light. People decorate their homes, light thousands of lamps, and give out sweets. And there are also fireworks in the streets. So I light this candle to celebrate Diwali.
Hanukkah is the Jewish festival of lights celebrated in countries all over the world. In 165 BC, there was a great battle between the Maccabees and the Syrians. The Jews won the battle, and when they got to their temple, they found that the Syrians had allowed their sacred light to go out. They only had oil for 1 day. The miracle of Hanukkah is that the oil lasted for 8 days until the messenger could return with more. There are 9 candles in the menorah. One of them is used to light the other candles, and the other 8 candles stand for the 8 days that kept the oil burning.
The Shamas, to serve, the call to help and serve our brothers and sisters from around the world. Candle 1, the source of our highest values, including peace, liberty, and justice for all. Candle 2, the wisdom and insight of great religious teachers from many cultures and lands. Candle 3, the need for justice at home and abroad. Candle 4, the exercise of mercy in the face of cruelty. Candle 5, the holiness of individual life. Candle 6, the centrality of love in bringing about world community. Candle 7, the role of patience amidst the misunderstandings that inevitably arise from interactions with the unfamiliar. And Candle 8, the courage needed to build relationships with people who look and think differently than we do.
Prayers that we say on Hanukkah. The first day we say all 3, and the rest of the days we only say the first 2. And so here it is. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlikneh shel Chanukah, which means, Blessed are you, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who has made us holy with his commandments and has commanded us to kindle the Hanukkah lights. The next prayer we say is, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim lavotenu, bayamim ha'hem ba'azman hazeh. That one means, blessed are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who performed miracles for our ancestors in long-ago days at this season. And then the final prayer that we say, and we only say this last prayer on the first night, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu la'azman hazeh. Blessed are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who has kept us alive and strong and brought us to this season.
I'm Callista Pierce from the UUC in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Here's the Kindle Concern Meditation. Ours is a spiritual community where we find and forge connection. We trust in the strength of our mutual support, knowing how it has sustained us day after day, year after year. Now you are invited to recall the names of persons or places you are holding in your heart, either a source of concern or cause for celebration. As you feel moved, please state the names of those persons or places as we light the candles.
These names have been heard and honored together in this community. Alongside these, we know are certain joys and sorrows that remain private and unspoken. Those who have rightful place here. May fellow feelings encourage each of us toward ever more compassionate living. This Kindle lamp reminds us that here are kinder souls. We are never alone in the human condition. There is a love that cares for all.
Just as in mythology, the firebird, sometimes called a phoenix, is said to have died in its own ashes, so your troublesome idea, act, or thing from the past is now gone, consumed by the fire. But according to the stories, the firebird can rise again from its ashes in full glory with hope and promise for a better future. If you are comfortable doing so, we invite you to please type your wish or hope into the chat. Some examples may be, I am thankful for my newborn cousin. I wish for my friend to get along better with my school. I will try to be more understanding of people I disagree with. I hope my mom gets her job back. I wish for peace in Syria.
Thank you, friends, for continuing to share your wishes for 2021. I would also like to invite you into this time to also share any joys or concerns that are held within your hearts. This has been a tough year, and as we say goodbye to 2020, we look forward to 2021 with all these kindled flames, remembering the Festival of Lights. I'm going to read aloud some of the shared things that were shared during our fire communion. And if you have any joys or concerns that you would like to share in this sacred space, feel free to share those now. Ashley says, I wish for a reliable car, peace between all faiths and non-faiths. Jem hopes that we are teaching in person again next fall. Don shares that he will try to cultivate loving kindness in all relations. Karen shares from Facebook that she is thankful for Jessica being back in Wisconsin. Ralph shares a wish for a vaccine for all life can get back to normal. And I share a wish of my own to be able to join my family for celebrations like graduations and holidays. From Susan, I hope for recovery from the pandemic for people, families, nations, unity among people and nations. Don wishes for more and more glimmers of hope to keep coming. I think especially of those who are in recovery and struggle for sobriety during this time of being apart, those who are struggling to be well mentally and physically and emotionally. If you'll please join me with the words that we normally close our joys and concerns with. Know that I am sending out my love with these hands and with this heart. I don't have a candle, but I have a flame right here for you. Love is the spirit of this church and service its law. This is our great covenant to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Amen and blessed be.
My name is Lucy Doig. I'm reading Meditation on Winter Celebrations by Elizabeth M. Strong. We are in the midst of the season of celebrations of the birth of a new hope, of the festival of lights, of the triumph of freedom. The darkness of the year is lifting, and the time of light grows stronger. We have gathered with an anticipation of hope for peace on earth and in our homes. We have gathered in this season of celebration, seeking comfort to soften the pain and the losses of our lives have suffered in the fast retreating year. We have gathered to worship joyfully within this season of celebrations with the tenderness and love of family and friends around us. Let us be embraced by strength and power of the sacred space that we each bring as we create this beloved community. Let joy and sorrow join in the fullness of our living. Let the power and strengths we embody join us together as we move through the seasons of celebration into a new year with a new vision of hope for peace in earth.
The name is Aaron Sterling Lepp from the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Eau Claire, and I will be reading Candlelighting for Buddha Day. The Vesak festival, or Buddha Day, celebrates three major events in the life of the Buddha: his birth, enlightenment, and passing away. On the full moon of the 6th lunar month, May, it is the most important festival in the Buddhist lunar calendar. Buddhist festivals are a time for joy. They give Buddhists an opportunity to meet together, to take the three refuges, and learn more about the Buddhist teachings. Families bring food, candles, and flowers to the monks and the monasteries. In return, the monks chant the scriptures, lead a period of meditation, and give teachings on the themes of the festival. There is a party feel to the whole occasion. Houses and streets are cleaned and decorated with Buddhist flags and flowers. In villages, Buddhists gather around statues of the Buddha when it is dark. They walk around the statue with candles till all is covered in light. During the Vesak celebration, an image of the newborn Buddha, the gesture of pointing to the truth, is usually displayed in the shrine room. Buddhists use candles, butter lamps, and light to celebrate Vesak, to recall that the Buddha showed the people how to become enlightened. Yep. I'm lighting this for Buddha Day.
One of the early solstice celebrations was an extravagant party to celebrate the rebirth of Horus, the god who appeared in the sky as a fiery orb each day, the same orb we know today as the sun. Buildings were decorated with greenery, and the celebrations lasted 12 days. Babylonians began to participate in their own celebration of their sun god. Marduk and his continued success in an annual battle over the monsters of chaos and darkness. Parades and gifts were added to the tradition. Persians were next to follow suit with this festival and begin celebrating Marduk's order over chaos. The Greeks also celebrated the solstice. Each Greek family burned a log for the duration of the festival to keep monsters at bay. Romans subsequently decorated their homes and halls with laurel boughs. They lit candles to chase away evil spirits and built bonfires on hilltops to encourage the birth of the sun. Gift-giving became a mandatory part of the holiday, and with the spread of the Roman Empire, the popularity of the winter festivals spread. Much has changed since the ancient Egyptian celebrations. These festivals have been personalized, reinvented, reimagined, yet each one is still in its own special way a festival that bids adieu to darkness and welcome to the light. The light that warms our spirits, rejuvenates our bodies, and shows us the way on our personal paths.
The Advent wreath is used in many Christian congregations to mark the Sundays until Christmas. The Advent lighting focuses on the teachings of Jesus.
Our first candle is for hope. Hope comes as we talk with each other. Others realize our common experiences, our humanity, our caring,
Reassurances,
of our own loss, given and received. The second candle is for love. We cannot go back into isolation. Once we have given or received love, love is the Creator's source. The third candle is for joy. Joy is the celebration of the
creation,
and
of life,
and of life itself. The fourth candle is for peace. Peace is respect and justice and goodwill. Peace is a feeling of harmony.
One of Jesus' great teachings was that we should love our neighbor as ourselves and do unto others as we would have them do unto us. Unitarian Universalists have a long tradition of following these words, reaching out to help others who are less fortunate and trying to bring peace and justice all over the world. What can we do in our daily living which makes us peacemakers?
Our faith in the Lord and dignity of every person and the power of love influences our thoughts and actions daily in many small ways, leaving the world in a more peaceful and loving place.
want to say a huge thank you to the youth from the different congregations in Madison and Chattanooga and our own congregation as they shared this Festival of Light with us. Usually in our own congregation, we celebrate this and we light the many different candles. And then in our fire communion, we get to burn all the things that we want to let go of 2021. So I hope that you will engage in that spiritual act of letting go today and embracing the light of this time of year. There are so many festivals of light. And when we say happy holidays, it is out of respect for the many, many different traditions that people celebrate around the world. And today we have a very special music that talks about the reasons for the season. And that can be kind of a passive aggressive word that some people use to say, well, my holiday is the only holiday. But it's true that we have a very wide world, and part of being a Unitarian Universalist is embracing and respecting other people's traditions. With gratitude for the abundance in our lives, we work to help people in need and support the work of this congregation. And for December, our Unitarian Universalist Service Committee is our 50-50 Share the Plate. And they reach out to people regardless of belief and help those in need. And I hope that you will enjoy this music today shared by a UU musician. And the offering will now be given and gratefully received.
Reasons for the season, reasons for the season.
Solstice, Saturnalia, Christmas, Hanukkah, Panchaganapati, Bodhi Day, Yule, Modronech, Shabayelda, Kwanzaa, Sol Invictus, Dongshi, Soya. Out of darkness comes the sun every new December. In the name of peace for all to come, Earth's people join together.
Reasons for the season, reasons for the season.
Saints come hither, gods and goddesses, Basil, Nicholas, Lucia, Saturn, Amoratsu, Jai Ganesha, Odin, Spider-Woman, Old Ra, New Day born of long, cold night, raised in celebration. Bring the coming of the light to the soul of every nation.
Reasons for the season, reasons for the season.
La Befana flies the night, Santa Claus his sleigh. Emmanuel beneath star bright, and Israel's lamps aflame. Tapers lit for all to see, voices blend in blessed be. Winter yields to coming spring, and faith is kept forever green.
Reasons for the season, reasons for the season, reasons for the season, reasons for the season.
For those of you watching from Facebook today, I'm so glad that you joined us. If you'd like to get more information about joining our services on Zoom, there's a link to get our UU connections. because you get to do extra special stuff in Zoom. We have a coffee hour, and after we turn off the video, we also share a little bit more deeply in our own voices. Those attending in Zoom this morning will take a brief moment to share any joys or concerns or wishes for 2021 before we break out into our coffee break rooms. Our closing words this morning are from Kathleen McTeague. We are the hearts and minds, the hands and feet, the embodiment of the best visions of our people. The new year can be ground for the seed of our dreams. Let us take this step forward together onto new ground, planting our dreams well, faithfully, and in joy. Thank you for joining us today. Blessed be and happy almost New Year.